Sure, you can always shop around for flooring, but in the end, it all leads back to the one place you probably should have started, the experts at Carpet One. Save yourself the time and the hassle and let Carpet One help you find the right product at the right price. Beautifully installed, guaranteed. Come see the One, Carpet One, on the Business Loop in Columbia.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, November the 27th, the day after Thanksgiving. I hope you had a good one. And this Friday will turn out pretty nice for you, too. We have Dr. David Newman with us. Good to have you here. RoseHeart Hypnotherapy Success Center. And this being the day after Thanksgiving, many of us ate a lot yesterday.
Indeed.
And if you felt, I've learned something today. You know, when you eat a lot of turkey and you get up from the table and you feel so tired, you wonder, why? You told me turkey has
tryptophan.
Tryptophan. What is tryptophan?
Tryptophan is a natural enzyme that's in all poultry, but turkey being a larger bird has a little bit more of it. And when we ingest it, it makes us drowsy. It makes us very relaxed, and that's why people oftentimes will eat a lot of turkey and then they'll want to go take a nap.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that explains it if you took a nap after you had a big turkey dinner yesterday.
That's it.
Tryptophan in the turkey. But we're going to talk today about blood sugar.
Blood sugar and losing weight. And actually, it's not really losing weight, it's releasing weight, but that's okay. And the thing that a lot of people believe is in what's called thermogenetic weight loss. Okay, and what is thermogenetics? If you go to the big box stores or the franchise stores, what they tell you is you got to eat these special foods, usually it's portion control, and exercise your butt off. And what this is going to do is have you lose weight. Well, it does in the short term. And that's because any time that you have drastic caloric reduction, along with extreme burning of calories, you're naturally going to be pulling more blood sugar, okay, to use as fuel, because that's what the body uses as fuel. Sugar in the body is stored in fat. So if you're not taking enough for the body to burn naturally, it's going to go to the fat and start pulling on that, okay? So you will in the short time. However, the subconscious, which controls every aspect of your body, says, whoa, I've got extreme caloric reduction. That means famine. And so I'm going to start shutting down things over time. So a lot of times what will happen is your metabolism will slow down. But if you continue this out, and some of them, especially the more drastic ones, the HCG diet, things like that, where you're down to 500 to 800 calories a day, which is really below starvation, other things will start shutting down. One of the things that shuts down that I see a lot of is the immune system. Okay, so people that are doing this have a tendency to get sick more often. But once you start reintroducing regular food, then the subconscious goes back and goes, okay, now I'm in a time of feasting, okay, and I got to make up for all of the basic stores that I've lost through this past famine to prepare for the next famine, which could be 1 month down the road, it could be 5 years down the road, but regardless, I need to put all that weight back on that I lost, and just to be on the safe side, add another 25 to 35 pounds.
That's why people who go on diets lose a lot of weight at one time.
Yeah.
It doesn't stay off.
It doesn't stay off. So, well, what's the secret? Well, doctors have known for a long time that the real secret in weight loss is insulin, okay? Because insulin's job is twofold. The first thing it does is it opens up the red blood cells and allows sugar to go into the red blood cells to give the blood cells the energy that it needs to function. And excess, it stores into fat. So insulin grabs the excess, sticks it in the fat real fast, and lets the body use the other. That's its function. However, most of us, at least here in central Missouri that I've met, have got all types of blood sugar issues. Hypoglycemia, which is low blood sugar, for example. So people with hypoglycemia have a tendency to crave sweet and salty foods. They have severe mood swings, panic attacks. They have difficulty concentrating when they're hungry and things like that. But because it goes undiagnosed, what happens is about 45 to 65, right along in that area, it turns into type 2 diabetes. And now we start going on tablet form, which could be metformin or some other thing, or, God forbid, insulin, to put it in there. Those things are really not good for you. The pharmacology really isn't, because it affects your liver, it affects your kidneys. However, if you know what you're doing, you can solve the problem. And so just to give you an example, we're just going to play with this. I know that for the people on the radio, they can't see this, but this is just kind of like a little ball with spikes all over it. And what this is representing today is a red blood cell. And this is why the little red blood cell goes down. This ball here, which is just like a little bean bag, what it is represents sugar. And so as the sugar comes down, you see it can't get in there. Okay?
If you want to see what we're talking about,
out.
you can watch this on the web.
Right.
Go to kbia.org, watch the vodcast.
Right. But it can't get in there. But when you put in insulin, which is its job, this expands and suddenly it can go right in.
The sugar can
The sugar can go right in, and it nourishes the red blood cell. It gives it the stuff to burn. And then when it's done, the blood cell contracts again. Now, there's some other things that will make that same thing happen. Exercise will do it. Walking will do it. And so one of the things that we started doing over at RoseHeart is we happened to come across a company that had an all-natural supplement. And one of the things it said is it works with the blood. So we sat down there and said, that's great. We could use that. We want to do a clinical trial. And we did a clinical trial. And what we found out is it does. It really does exactly what they said, and it's all safe, it's all natural, and it's over the counter. So that also means it's fairly inexpensive. So we started looking at this even more. I got a hold of my medical doctor friends and said, let me have some of your people that need to lose weight, but at the same time, they're having some blood sugar issues. Let's see what it does there. And we started doing it, and what we found is that by regulating the insulin naturally, Type 2 diabetics can either come down off their medication or eliminate their medication. They're no longer diabetic. And Type 1 diabetics that have always had to have insulin because of that, they're able to reduce the insulin. So it's actually kicking back in and the body's repairing itself. So maybe we found a way to have an alternative for insulin.
Were you doing this with hypnosis at all too?
We do use it with hypnosis, but for the clinical trial, we didn't use any hypnosis. We just used this. And then we had another group that we used the supplements with the hypnosis. And what we found out is that the hypnosis made their lives a whole lot easier because we're changing the relationship to the way that they respond to food and think about food. With the subconscious mind. With the control group that was just taking the supplements, they had all the physiological changes, but what they said was that they still wanted to do certain things, or they wouldn't like go out and eat wrong foods, but they would find themselves not naturally gravitating to the healthier foods. They still would like go into the pastry counter and look and ogle and I wish I could have that, and then they'd go back.
Okay. If you want more information on this, you can go online.
Sure.
Go online.
To www.mohyp.com or give us a call on our toll-free number, 888-604-9997.
Okay, Dr. David Newman, it's always a pleasure having you and always interesting having you on
And
our
watch
program.
out for the tryptophan and have a very merry...
Tryptophan, that's right. So yeah, turkey has tryptophan,
That's right,
which makes you sleepy. That's the excuse why you fell asleep after dinner.
After dinner, that's right.
At the dinner table with the relatives talking politics.
That's right. Well, you have a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, which is just right around the corner.
It is. All right, thank you. Tomorrow, Stevens College, and we're going to talk about healthy eating over the holidays, too. Our program directed, Travis McMillen, Reynolds Journalism Institute, Pat Akers, KBIA, Kevin Casson, as our floor director, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mouser. Bye-bye.